How's it going, boys, girls, and squirrels? I made a mistake. I made the mistake of getting excited for something. I was like, oh, we're starting season 2 of Good Omens. That's kind of a fun, special occasion. Maybe I'll go clean shaven for this. Flash forward 10 minutes and like 6 self-inflicted razor wounds later, and I finally remember why I usually have a beard. I'm covered in acne, I'm covered in razor wounds, I look like a 14-year-old on his way to prom. On top of that, my hair makes me look like a teen heartthrob Lord Farquaad, and I'm starting to think I fucking hate this shirt. I don't like it at all. Bought it a couple days ago at J. Crew, thought it could be my color, just simply is not. Yeah, anyway, welcome to my channel. You guys happy to be here? Somebody should. We're starting season 2 of Good Omens, which is a very exciting occasion. I've said this multiple times already, but my main point of excitement when going into this episode is just like, what is this season going to be about? I won't harp too much on it. Like I said, I've talked about it before, but that's most of what I'm looking forward to seeing. Like, is Adam coming back, or the witch hunters? It felt like a lot of stories were wrapped up pretty nicely, so I wonder if they're just gonna introduce a bunch of new conflicts into their lives, or what, but there's no way for us to figure it out without watching it, so enjoy Good Omens Season 2. I'm glad this show is keeping up the tradition of seeing just how many silly outfits and wigs David Tennant will tolerate being put in. Honestly, at this point, if they changed the show's title from Good Omens to Silly Outfits and Wigs, I wouldn't be that upset about it. I definitely wouldn't sit here and be like, that doesn't make sense.
Yes? Was that you?
Oh, hi, yeah, look, if you don't mind, could you hold this while I crank it all up?
Also, it's weird that before there was the Earth, or Heaven, or Hell, or the Universe, there was Aziraphale and Crowley. Again, it sort of just leads me to the question of what the hell were these guys doing before humans?
I've been waiting for this since, well, almost.
Hello. I'm Aziraphale.
Oh, flirting, I guess.
Nice meeting you. Okay, here goes.
Oh, getting rejected, I guess.
Good lord.
The show's also keeping up its tradition of having spectacular CGI at absolutely random intervals. That was genuinely stunning. Now I can't wait for the rest of the episode to look like it was generated on a PlayStation 2.
Look at you, you're gorgeous.
Obviously the universe, Aziraphale. I know you're crushing on him right now, but you simply couldn't have thought he was talking about you. Imagine being jealous of the inception of the universe.
Well, what exactly does it all do?
Oh, right, well, what doesn't this beauty do? Basically, it's a star factory.
Wild to find out that the universe is just Crowley's game of Sims. I'll have to remember to have an existential crisis about that when I'm done recording this.
Well, you've heard of Earth.
Not as such.
Blue-green planet. It'll be over there somewhere.
Weird that Aziraphale knows what Earth and people are, but didn't know why Crowley was making the universe. And then for him to be like, oh, you haven't heard? See, there's gonna be a planet full of people in like 2,000 years, and they'll all just fucking hate each other.
That's idiocy. It's the universe, not just some fancy wallpaper. Millions of galaxies, trillions of stars, oodles of everything. It's not just put here to twinkle.
That's so funny. I was kinda thinking the exact same thing. Because at first I was like, okay, so Crowley helped create the universe. Why does he choose to only ever hang out on Earth? And I guess the answer is that Earth is the only planet God allowed to have any life on it, and Crowley's high-key pissed about it.
Thanks for your help. And thanks for your advice. I wouldn't worry, though. How much trouble can I get into just for asking a few questions?
What are you, new to Catholicism? Is this really how Crowley became a demon? Because that's wild. He was just like, hey, God, I worked really hard on this universe. Would you mind not obliterating it? You know, like, could we at least pretend this isn't a literal game of Sims? Crowley, this is your final warning. I don't mean to sound harsh, I don't mean to sound critical, but if you don't stop being so damn cute, I'm gonna smooch ya.
Dear Mr. Fell, there is something about which I need to speak with you.
People keep calling him Mr. Fell. Is his first name Azira? Because it isn't, right? You can't just break a man's name in half and act like that's more polite. Hey, Zendaya, can I get a picture with you? First off, that's Miss Aya to you. Second off, no.
Out of here? Why? Don't you like it anymore?
Oh, Mr. Fell, I love this shop. I've loved it since I was a baby.
Is this another store Aziraphale owns? Is he just buying up small businesses and running a quaint little empire? Aziraphale, more like Azira buy. Azira buy and Azira sell.
Maggie, if you were out of here, where would I get my records? Finding the 78s is much harder than the long players. Frankly, I wouldn't know where to start.
I don't have the money.
These two are having completely different conversations right now. Like she's acting like he's trying to subtly threaten her. Like she's being shaken down by the Yakuza. I'm sorry I don't have the rent. I'll be out of here by the end of the week. Oh, don't worry about that. No, I'd much rather the two of us break bread together. Please don't break my legs, sir! I'm sorry! I'm not gonna break your legs. And please, call me Mr. Fell. Oh my god, you're gonna throw me off of a building, aren't you? And then I'll be Miss Fell! God, you are really working hard to make me sound threatening, you know that?
You can't just forgive me 8 months' rent.
Oh, I can.
You definitely can't. 8 months is kinda wild. How is this conversation just now coming up? How do you go 4 months without paying rent before you're like, you know what, maybe I need a new job? Either that, or maybe Aziraphale just has no concept of what a reasonable rent is. You can come live in my shop and work the front desk to pay off rent. Now, what's a reasonable human rent price? Should we say $9,000 a month? $9,000? I can tell by your enthusiasm I picked a good number. You're hired.
The clarinet. It can make beautiful music.
Wrong bench. You want the Azerbaijani sector chief, he's over there.
I'd love it if Crowley was like, you know what, this is the wrong bench, but what are you selling? I might be into it.
Don't give them bread, you idiot! Ducks shouldn't eat bread.
What are you meant to give them then?
You're not meant to give them anything. Parks are not restaurants for ducks. Why is it so hard for people to grasp the idea that you just shouldn't feed ducks anything? Like, is it really that hard to resist doing free labor for ducks? Do ducks really have you that whipped?
Frozen peas.
What?
That's what you feed ducks. Frozen peas. They love them. And it's good for them too.
Just don't feed ducks. They're fine. They get enough food in the wild. You're really gonna come to the park with a bag of frozen peas in your pocket?
See anything you fancy?
Yes. Coffee.
Hey, wanna try doing that like a person this time? Can't tell if you're having a panic attack or you're about to transform into a Daft Punk song.
Fees, but I only remember the regulars.
Oh, right, yes. I'm that.
You work in the record shop, don't you? Don't know who buys records in this day and age.
Fucking nobody. This girl hasn't been able to afford rent for a year.
Holy shit!
Holy shit. Honestly, an incredibly tame response to seeing John Hamm walking naked in the street. The fact that none of these extras are fainting right now is the most unrealistic part of this show so far. Oh, we get to see John's hams? Sarah! Okay, let me know what you think of this. What'd you think of that?
I'd watch more.
Yeah. Wow. This is why I'm the reactor. That's all you got? This is an art. Here I thought that'd be an explosive bit. I thought that'd be huge. Your big on-camera débois. They can't see you. Making faces at me doesn't do anything. God, you understand so little of what I do. good golly, Miss Molly, he wiggled his little hams. This is just exploitative at this point. This is just the show abusing the fact that it has John Hamm locked into a contract. Yeah, you're gonna be walking down the street naked, John, and we're all gonna see that tight little tush of yours. Yeah, and then you're gonna go up to Michael Sheen, John, and you're gonna press your cock right up against him. And then you're gonna shake that tight little moneymaker. And you know what you're not gonna do, John? You're not gonna give me any lip about it.
Oh, it would also be great to know where here is, and also who you are, and also who I am.
And also why you're naked.
Who told you I was naked?
Tell him about the time he wiggled his little hams.
What do you know? Can I come in?
No.
Imagine not inviting naked John Hamm into your home.
Okay.
All right. Just get in.
Oh, never mind. He just needed to get a look at that absolute monster truck pooper and his mind was changed.
It's not something you see every day. No.
Disagree. I'm gonna be watching this scene every day for the rest of my life.
It's called hot chocolate. You drink it.
So, you don't know who you are?
Wild to give the man hot chocolate before giving him pants. Really got your priorities straight here, huh, Aziraphale?
You know what it's like when you don't know anything at all, and yet you're totally certain that everything would be better if you were just near one particular person.
In 8th grade, I had a crush on my Spanish teacher before I even knew what the word cuatro meant. Does that count?
There's something terrible.
Oh. Whoa, this is amazing.
What's something terrible?
I mean, it's doing like one thing here.
In John Hamm's defense, I am vastly more interested to hear about his very first hot chocolate drinking experience than I am to hear about whatever this something terrible is. Imagine getting to experience hot chocolate for the first time as an adult. That's better than sex.
Okay, basic Demon on Earth stuff. Either call on the phone and talk, or appear mysteriously. Don't do both.
Why not?
That was hype. That was slick as hell. I love that for some reason.
There's nothing in here.
That's not true. There's a fly in there. That's definitely Beelzebub, right? Isn't Beelzebub and everybody in hell constantly covered in flies?
What were you bringing me?
You're funny. I love you.
John Hamm, you American treasure. This is like a try to get mad at John Hamm challenge. Spoiler alert, it's an impossible one and you'll never complete it.
You said you were bringing something.
Did I? Then I was.
Gabriel, please, try to pay attention.
Aziraphale, I see you trying to complete the challenge. I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna happen. He's too cute, buddy. Also, the fly totally just flew out of the box. 100% that is a hint to something. There's no way that was a real fly. All of that was intentional. I am certain of it.
How's your naked man, friend?
He's not my... Well, he's certainly not naked anymore.
Is he not? I didn't see you put any clothes on him. Also, I love this look from Crowley that's just like, that's weird. I haven't been over in a while. What naked man could she be talking about?
Because there's a naked man there?
Not technically.
Has this got anything to do with why we aren't in your bookshop right now? Is it something I can help you with?
Crowley, I can tell you right now, Tumblr would love to see you help Aziraphale with his naked John Hamm problem. Although, honestly, problem doesn't feel like the right word. This problem for Aziraphale would be a solution to anybody else. Hey, Super, don't steal their plate. What are you doing? Can you imagine if I ordered a steak from a restaurant and it was just like, oh man, this looks delicious. Well, I'll be off now.
Back again.
Just to get final something? End of the day?
Ma'am, you cannot afford 2 treats per day. I've seen your finances. I've seen your bills. Lay off the coffee.
Actually, I brought you something because Nina Simone. And your name is Nina.
You can't afford this either. Don't get me wrong. This is an adorable gesture. But you are too broke to flirt this hard.
I don't have anything to play it on.
No. Right.
This is an outrageous response. Who fucking listens to records? First off, it's absolutely the thought that counts, bitch. She brought you a record with the same name as you. At least acknowledge how adorable that is. Second, nobody buys somebody else a vinyl thinking they're actually going to listen to it. Just hang it up on your wall or put it on a shelf or something. They're decoration pieces. What do you think she's gonna be like? You're telling me you don't have a phonograph in 2024? Give it back then, bitch!
Jim. We know Jim. Hi there.
Ah, Gabriel!
See, I told you I looked like a Gabriel.
Aziraphale. Give him pants. You guys don't look that different. I'm sure your pants would fit him. Okay, Michael Sheen is 5'10". How tall is John Hamm? Okay, well, capris are still in fashion. Also, all that matters is that his dick is covered.
What's happened to him? I don't know. Ask him. I have. He doesn't know either. Ask him properly.
Crowley wants to take the challenge too? Alright, let's see if you can stay mad at Gabriel.
I am dusting.
Didn't stand a chance.
What I need is for him to be nowhere near me and the precious, peaceful, fragile existence that I have carved out for myself here.
I thought we carved it out for ourselves.
So did I!
Will you two just smooch already? Would you just smooch? It's like you guys are in a perpetual state of getting divorced, but you skipped the being married part.
I think that man was just struck by lightning.
No, this is not happening.
What's wrong?
In case of a power cut, the security system kicks in. This door's just auto-locked.
Yeah, that's wild. Hey, how about that bit where a man was just struck by red lightning and then walked away? That's a little bit crazier than you having the dumbest security system in the world, isn't it? Also, is this just a completely unrelated second will they won't they romance happening in the background of this show? Fucking finish up one gay romance before you move on to another.
A material object. In heaven. That's impossible.
She's holding a file full of papers, isn't she? Isn't that a material object? You know you're all wearing ties right now, right? Also, this is just further evidence that heaven absolutely sucks. There's no music, there are no material objects, you can still be paralyzed apparently. This place is cheeks, dude. There are no perks to being an angel.
I thought we had a generalized understanding.
Is this? This isn't the same actor, is it? I briefly thought this about the woman playing Michael, but I'm pretty sure that's the same actor. I'm 98% certain this is not the same Beelzebub actor.
Is that on your face?
Well, this old thing. I've had it for ages.
That's so funny. I really appreciate the show confirming my suspicions before I lost my fucking mind over this.
Anyone found involved in Gabriel's disappearance will be erased from the Book of Life. They won't just be gone. They will never have existed.
Is this better or worse than the holy water thing? Because the holy water thing looked pretty fucking awful. It took that one dude like 40 seconds to finish melting, and I'm pretty sure at one point he actually swallowed some of himself. I think I'd rather just get erased from history than have all that shit happen to me.
Somebody could just walk right into my shop and just take records. They could empty the till, I could see them from here, I could stop them.
Oh yeah, empty the till of all the dust it's been collecting. What a shame that would be.
Why sell records? Nobody buys records anymore.
Could you fucking get off her case? You act like a stack of records killed your family or something. It's just a job. Why sell coffee? The beans are farmed by underpaid, exploited workers.
That's coincidence. It went out and he went that way, and...
That's Lindsay.
First off, why do your phone notifications look like they fucking hate you? What, do you get your texts through the Jackbox app? Second, why does Lindsay literally want you dead? These are the meanest texts I've ever read.
You want a big, I think I said the wrong thing, sort of an apology, or can we take that as said?
Quite like the apology, actually.
God, I love him. I love him so much.
Not good enough. I want a proper apology.
No.
With the little dance.
I don't do the dance.
Have I mentioned that I love him? I don't think I've mentioned it yet, and I really should. I think Michael Sheen may be my favorite actor, and Aziraphale my favorite character in the show.
You were right. You were right. I was wrong. You were right.
Although Crowley's certainly making a case for himself right now.
I could hide him from your former people, and you could hide him from mine. It would barely move the dials. Yes.
Look, whatever this miracle is, it better not prevent him from being John Hamm. I know they're trying to hide him from heaven and hell right now, but the spell better not change what actor plays him. It's the best part of the season so far.
I think I know what's going on.
What?
I don't go to the outside. And now, I have two friends.
I am not your friend.
Thank God the miracle didn't change him. What a miracle indeed.
We may not know where Gabriel is, but I'll tell you what we do know. There's a former angel in this up to his bookshop-owning neck.
It's wild that Aziraphale and Crowley are both on the run from heaven and hell, and neither of them decided to, move, live somewhere else, stop living in the exact location both parties have always known them to be in. But that is episode 1 of season 2 of Good Omens. You know what's wild? Just realized 90% of the cast isn't in it. So far, I'm not... the blonde-haired record shop... I was gonna say owner, but she doesn't own anything. You know who I'm talking about by now. She's very cute. She's definitely... It's cute seeing her nervously flirt with the coffee shop worker. It's not as, gripping as the Adam stuff yet. Primarily because it just feels like literally a different show happening parallel to this one. There isn't a reason for them to intersect yet, whereas the stuff with Adam before was very much tied into, everything happening in the plot. Love John Hamm. Love every second he's on screen. Not just because he's John Hamm, but the character they have him playing right now is incredible. So that's great. It's almost like the show giveth and taketh away. On one hand, it giveth a boring subplot. And on the other hand, no. This show giveth and giveth away, actually. On one hand, it giveth the boring subplot. On the other hand, it giveth John Hamm, which is a better giveth than the other one. This is more exciting than this is boring, you know? Oh my god, a third lovable goof to add to my already 2 lovable goofs? Yes, please. But yeah, definitely excited. So I guess this season is the mystery of Gabriel. Why did Gabriel lose his memory? It's weird that no one has assumed that God just demoted him. You know? That seems like it would make sense. God's plan was thwarted in season 1. Gabriel was in charge of it. God demoted him. Took away his memory, took away his angel privileges. It's just weird nobody has even suggested that. I do think Beelzebub's involved. That fly was definitely damning. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you thought of this video, what you thought of this episode, and I will see you guys next time.
Hold on to me, baby. Won't you come a little closer? Will I live for now? I wrote